Speaking of the UK scene and how things have changed, I have to do this just based on the fact that it's what it is, man. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm gonna react to some Wretch 3-2 and Kano Home Sweet Home, which is kind of ironic because in 2004, uh, Kano released an album called Home Sweet Home. Um, so it's good to see that there's a song called Home Sweet Home with Kano on it, but it's actually by Wretch 3-2, which is interesting. So, but yeah, like Wretch 3-2 is another one who like I didn't get me when I heard punctuation. Like that tune was so cold, like lyrically, like the brother's a wordsmith, practically. But let's get straight into it. Get me, like irrespective of what you may think of him. But by the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust Reacts. We could trust when it comes to all things reactions. And I'm gonna react to Wretch 3-2, featuring Kano, Home Sweet Home. You know what I mean? These two are veterans in this UK scene. Both come from the grime scene as well. So I don't know what to expect from this tune, but let's just get straight into it. Shout out to Wretch 3-2 and Kano. Get me. I already know what to expect in a comment.
EasyJet's bigger and one. Get up to £200 off package holidays.
The interview's been released already with ZZ Mills. Yes, only right. I reacted this right now. That I'll watch another time in my own time. Oh yeah.
Mommy said I'm hard of hearing. In a golden earrings, this is like a golden era. Schooled by the golden parents. Do your chores and run your errands before you say a sentence, cause children should be seen, not heard, or interfering. So the front room door is closed.
All right, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So he's doing a perspective of. All right. Anyway, let's keep moving. I like the perspective in terms of the realness. In terms of this is what I was growing up. You know what I mean? Kids are to be seen, not heard. You know what I mean?
Something on the stove sending shivers up my nose, and I can hear the dominoes. Then I hear one drop, then the rhythm's turning low, and I hear run shot. And now I'm really on my toes. So I ran the.
This is interesting because I was thinking if he's in, because I know he grew up in Broadwater Farm in the UK in North London, like one of the most notorious estates in North London. If you know, you know, which was also affiliated with one of the riots. In fact, there's been a couple riots or a few riots. Let's just say a couple. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. No, in fact, I swear Scorcher said. Anyway, it's funny I bring up Scorcher's name in it. That was not intentional, by the way. I just wanted to react to this tune. I didn't want to mention Scorcher's name, but yeah.
Extra quick, came back excited like they might just let me in until they asked me where's the Twix. Oh shit.
Okay, so what it looks like? It looks like he's got a moving van where the van is like a scene of, it's designed where there's parts of like parts of the house he was living in or the flat he was living in or whatever. That's an interesting concept because then you're also seeing while the van is moving what the state looks like. It's in the right state, isn't it?
Chatting to Melissa in the shop, she calls my memory to slip. The boy come back with no twigs, with a blue bag like me, I notice. I said I tricking out the book is the oldest. And when me weed there now, me I roll it right. Here we go again, and man, I even spent the change, so I'm just hoping he forgets. And as I creep off to my room, I hear them call me Licorice. It went home sweet.
Do you know what's interesting? It's hearing the you can definitely hear there's a Jamaican influence here. So for him to bring Kano into this, it's gonna be interesting to see if he also uses his Jamaican roots on this tune. Because I can only hear him doing that. I can't hear him just spazzing out like he used to on grime tunes. And there ain't even time for that. You know what I mean? Like you can hear when it's gonna be when it's that time, but when it's for something else, yeah, he's still gonna deliver anyway.
Home when the community was gated, it was home sweet home when the community was raging. Pissing in the flats and that was pissing off my neighbors. We only dodged the providence so we could pay the bailiffs. That was home sweet home to me. Kano made home sweet home for me. And you can switch.
I told you, what did I say? I said Kano made an album called Home Sweet Home. And it's so interesting. He actually references Kano's album Home Sweet Home. Are you trying to say Kano made Home Sweet Home for him? You know what I mean? But I hear it.
Chop or act different, but my memory museum just won't take those from me. Luciano playing cleansing souls and it's touching mine. These times I broke a dozen eggs about a dozen times. Blamed it on my cousin, cause my mother's the stubborn type. Probably won't let me touch the road till the summertime. Ran into the kitchen, can't be seen, got a duck and dive. These times it's like the Hunger Games when the hunger strikes. Sip the baby sham and now I'm feeling the butterfly. Left the Ritz biscuits but I'll come back another time. A thief, you know. What you stole, you're gonna reap, you know. It's not everything you need, you know. So much lessons earned running through my mother's purse for that bus pass money, trying to get to school to learn before she caught me.
It's just that real authentic things of what he went through growing up. Do you get it? Which is interesting. So it's got me really intrigued to know what he's going to be talking about on his album. It's kind of reminded me, I actually do need to go back in time and I say time because the album was released last year, and actually genuinely react to Bashi's album Being Poor is Expensive. I need to react to it properly. You know what I mean? If like I need to now, because this is what it kind of reminded me of what the concept is, if that makes sense.
Box me in my face and told me 40. I probably wasn't even 14 in bullet hole jeans. String vest got me looking mean. Was Mr. Lover when Shabba had the lean, and Desmond's was the teen, and the Fresh Prince is happy black family. I thought that only
Jeez, Desmond's, you know, it's so he mentioned Desmond and he mentions the Fresh Prince, and obviously the Fresh Prince is like one of the most iconic TV sitcoms in history. Now that's just facts, all right? Facts, right? But the fact that he mentioned Desmond's, do you want to know where that was set? It was set in the Nam. You know what I mean? Peck Nam. If you know, you know. South London and that. So that's interesting. But anyway.
It happened on the screen. I saw it with my own two eyes that day. The swordfish had the sauce, but the rice was plain. Avon bubble bath when it's time to bathe and the face.
Right. So, Jamaicans, hear me out loudly now. Hear me out loudly. So when I say, and even Getz has said it, jollof rice is better than rice and peas. Argument done. No, all jokes aside, I ain't trying to create division or anything like that. It is what it is. All right, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Get me? You know when it's Jamaica versus Nigeria, it's gonna be jollof versus rice and peas. You know what I mean? And then when it's Ghana versus Nigeria, it's a jollof derby. If you know, you know. Let's go. Unity.
It's up caught my eye before the iPhone came. It went home sweet home when the community was gated. It was home sweet home when the community was raging. Pissing in the flats and that was pissing off my name.
It was home sweet home when the community was raging. What did I say earlier? I mentioned about the riots. There you go.
We only dodged the providence so we could pay the bailiffs. That was home sweet home to me. Kano made home sweet home for me. And you can switch up or act different, but my memory museum just won't.
Okay, Kano enters the building. K.A. Do I spray? I listen. I Kano. Dominoes there. He's ready to play dominoes with with Wretch, yeah. You know what's funny, yeah? You know when they want to say stereotypes, this is another stereotype when it comes to Jamaicans. They love to play either Ludo or dominoes. One of the two. They like them crickets too, but as far as home type of things, home board games, it's one of those things. Ludo or dominoes. You know what I mean? If you're Jamaican, leave your answer in the comment section below. If you had to choose one, which one is your favorite? Dominoes or Ludo? Or if you can't answer that question, which is fine, what did you play growing up? Ludo or dominoes? Do you know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Come on.
Just keep banging on my door and running up.
Yeah, again. Like, bro.
Ah, pre-roll, yeah? What's this?
Boy, outside again.
Wretch text me at the Boeing 777. Must be lucky, can't make on a yard. Why does the land that I'm leaving feel like abroad? 52 race cards on deck, but I don't shuffle, nah. I don't bogle, I don't tap dance for massa, nah. That's a pass, bruv. Summer barking road.
Doesn't. No. He doesn't. He doesn't. Do you know why I know he doesn't? How is it he was on Jules Holland? I will react to it on another day. I definitely 100% will. Yeah. He has a song called SYM, which is an acronym for yeah. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna react to it. If you know, you know. And it's just the fact that when he was performing, like I remember watching it live. Or technically, no, I'm wrong. I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch it live. I remember watching it playback the next day, and then I remember like the smile on his face was like, "How am I getting away with this?" Like he just couldn't believe he was getting away with it. Yo, that's cold. One of the coldest moments. You know what I mean?
Road Cassatars, nothing classic like them Reeboks. I was guessing artless, screaming that's. I rocked the free stripes, but there was never free.
You see, I was talking about Wiley before. All right, so and with the what do you call it? Like so, in that time before that song, there was the crew that existed that did like UK garage, but it's more or less pre-grime. Was Heartless Crew, Pay As You Go Cartel, and Soul Solid Crew. Those were the three main ones that I was aware of back then. And obviously, Heartless Crew's thing was that's mine. Heartless Crew, we brought the whole shop. I'm gonna react to that another day. If you know, you know. Listen, Heartless, we're gonna do it right. Original vibes. We got the vibes, yo. I listen. You gotta understand. You got to understand. Anyway,
Road Cassatars, nothing classic like them Reeboks. I was guessing artless, screaming that's. I rocked the free stripes, but there was never free lions on my shirt. If I'm a rasta, 73 years of hurt, Jules still.
He's better than mentioned Jules Holland. Alright, wait. That part there where he mentioned about free lines on the shirt, but I could never represent if I'm a Rasta. Now, if you go to my other channel, I did a live and I was talking about Rastafarian. Well, not talking about. I was reacting to a. First of all, Chris Eubank Senior versus Chris Eubank Senior reacting to Chris Eubank, his son and Conor Ben, like his actual reaction, and then that initial reaction. Well, I say initial, but then because he mentioned Rastafari, and then also I thought, okay, let me just find out more about Rastafari properly, and we delved into a documentary, and I still got to learn more. So it's interesting that literally the next day, this is the first time I'm hearing this song. Like, I kid you not, the fact that he mentioning this is very intriguing to me. Very intriguing.
Bogle, I don't tap dance for massa, nah. That's a pass, bruv. Summer barking road Cassatars, nothing classic like them Reeboks. I was guessing artless, screaming that's. I rocked the free stripes, but there was never free lions on my shirt. If I'm a rasta, 73 years of hurt, Jules still gleaming though. John Barnes, Colton Palmer, there's one.
Remember what I said? Remember what I said? I said it. I literally told you on Jules Holland. He literally was looking like, how am I getting away with this? And he literally just told you he was gleaming. He literally just told you he was gleaming. He was gleaming. You know what I mean? All right, one more time.
That's the land that I'm leaving, feel like abroad. 52 race cards on deck, but I don't shuffle, nah. I don't bogle, I don't tap dance for massa, nah. That's a pass, bruv. Summer barking, road cassatars. Nothing classic like them Reeboks, I was gassing artless, screaming that's. I rocked the free stripes, but there was never free ligers on my shirt if I'm a rasta. 73 years of hurt, jewels still gleaming though. John Barnes, Colton Palmer, Des Walker, Ian though. Country and the Queen, but if they took a penalty, we couldn't look into the screen. That was the talk amongst the leaguers.
Wow. He brought it back. He's talking about the free England on the church. You know, with England, it's like free line on the shirt. You know what I mean? Like, so basically, the free lions obviously represent England. Don't know why when there's no lions in England, even though there's some in the museum, but they're not natural habitats for England, if you know, you know. But anyway, that aside though, it's interesting how he brought it back to mention John Barnes, because he said 73 years of hurt or something like that. But then he said, so I was confused what he meant by that. But then he mentioned about Carlton Cole. He mentioned about Ian Wright. There was another name he mentioned, but he said if they miss a penalty and talking about like this. All right, listen. Kano delivered. When I told you, I said he delivers. I said it in some sense, but yeah. And I said there's a time and a place. Like I know he goes off on a grind rhythm. Like that's just facts. Even when it comes down to these type of rhythms, he will go off. Sorry, Wretch, but Kano owned you on this track. I can't even lie. This is his tune, yeah. Like Wretch's tune, but Kano just. Yeah.
Lucky comic on a yard. Why does the land that I'm leaving feel like abroad? 52 race cards on deck, but I don't shuffle, nah. I don't bogle, I don't tap dance for massa, nah. That's a pass, bruv. Summer barking, road cassatars. Nothing classic like them Reeboks, I was gassing artless, screaming that's. I rocked the free stripes, but there was never free ligers on my shirt if I'm a rasta. 73 years of hurt, jewels still gleaming though. John Barnes, Colton Palmer, Des Walker, Ian though. Country and the Queen, but if they took a penalty, we couldn't look into the screen. That was the talk amongst the leaguers. Funny how we come so far. White colours are still bitch about the last 12 yards. It's just the jargies. You fit like the marquees. We give banana plantains.
No, it's not plantains. It's plantain. See, that's where you Jamaicans are wrong. Nah, all jokes aside, they are saying plantain, but with an accent. That I do know. You can't fool me. I know. I can hear it.
We come so far. White colours are still bitch about the last 12 yards. It's just the jargies. You fit like the marquees. We give banana planting. So you bastards can't speak when we're monkey chanting. Bet Saka never felt blacker. And Rashford was the beast till final. So really we're some ease alright those. But only when they feed our child though. But take a nigga that's taken to Michael. That's why I couldn't accept the on this list. Cause one mistake is no longer brick. That's common shit when you're from the bits. Aw, walk a man, nigga.
He rejected the OBE. No. I need. Whoa. Hold on. Because it's interesting. Again, the day before when I was on my live reacting, I was talking about Benjamin Zavanaya rejecting the MBE. So, let's do a new one. Did Kano, UK rapper, could I put actor because now he's an actor. Reject the OBE joint MBE. I mean, look, if he's saying that, I believe it. Because even Skepta is another one from the grime scene that's also rejected the MVE. Then he went back on and accepted his chieftaincy. That's how you do it.
Rashford was the beast till final. So really wear some ease, alright those. But only when they feed our child though. But take a nigga that's taken the Michael. That's why I couldn't accept the on this list. Cause one mistake is no longer brick. That's common shit when you're from the bits. Aw, walk a mile, nigga mine, go black on. You be all white in the morning. That's the country that we're born in.
It went home sweet home when the community was gated. It was home sweet home when the community was raging. Pissing in the flats and that was pissing off my neighbours. We only dodged the providence so we could pay the bailiffs. That was home sweet home to me. Kano made home sweet home for me. You can switch up or act different, but my memory museum just won't take those from me.
You could hear a pin drop. What's that one there now? What? 7-4?
I don't want to hear it, man.
Boy, your wallet's gonna hear it, cuz. That means dinner's on you. Oh, I might go for the steamed fish then.
I don't take the fish fingers.
Jeez. The visuals are kind of like intriguing to me. I can't even lie, but I'd be real with you. Kano's part was arguably the best part. Like, it was one of the most coldest parts, because I'm not saying I couldn't relate, but because I could relate in some sense. But like, as far as Kano's bars, he literally he let you know that it's not easy being a black person in Britain as much as you may think it is. Even those who are successful, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so, I don't want to explain it. How do I even break this down? There's things you have to understand in the UK, what some black people go through, but like the fact that he was mentioning about they're arguing over 12 yards. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if Declan Rice for England misses a penalty, yeah, he may get disrespected now and again by the fan base, but the disrespect is more heightened when it's a black player. Like, it's evident when it was Marcus Rashford and Saka, and I forgot who that one was. There was 3 black guys. 3. But hey, it's what it is, man. I know it is what it is. That is what it is, man. Because even had they all scored and England had won the Euros that time, do you think they would be the headline and be like, these guys scored the even, let's say Saka scored the winning penalty for an example. Do you think Saka's going to be the headline of him being the hero? No, it will be Harry Kane as the hero. I'm just calling that as it is. It is what it is. Their country, their rules, I guess. But listen, I'm not here to complain or anything like that. I'm just saying for what it is. Anyway, so wait, Georgia Smith is back as well? What's going on? Anyway. All right, so Big Lou responded back and said, not responded back, left a comment saying, they don't make musicians like these two no more, living legends. I disagree with you, but I like your comment anyway. I disagree with you. As a young black man, whenever I see any of these two drop a song, I just smile. Amazing artistry. Facts. Can't lie, Wretch and Kano looking that bit older makes me sad, bro. We'll never have times like the old days back, man. What are you talking about? They're growing old gracefully. Like, so it shouldn't make you sad. It should make you gleam. The same way Kano is gleaming when he was on Jules Holland. Do you know what I mean? Kano Asali is still one of the best characters I've ever seen in my life. No, okay. But anyway, I don't know what that got to do with this, but anyway, what I want to say is Kano was just hit different. Have to play them over and over and over again, because Wow. Deep. Do you know what I mean? It's like proper deep. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on that tune as well. You want to shout out? Go ahead, leave it in the left. Leave it in the live chat. Give me a second. Let's get into the next tune.